Hey guys, so today we're gonna do just a really quick 4th of July look. So if you like what you see guys, just keep watching. For our transitional color today, we're gonna be using the color M3 from the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. Now going in with the Urban Decay Electric palette, we're going to be using the color Chaos. And going in with an oval blending brush, we're just going to be focusing on the outer corners and that crease and just really blending that in. We want to make sure that we're just focusing in on the corners of the eyelid and also just that crease and blending it upward. We don't want to put any of that blue in the middle of the eyelid because we are creating a halo effect today, and we're going to use another color for the middle part. So just go in and just really blend that out as much as possible. Now going in with this color Revolt with the double-ended brush that comes with the palette, we're going to be using that small brush and just focus that color in right in that center. We want to make sure we pack that color on. Now to make the eye pop, we're going to be using the Fantasy Makers Confetti in the color Glitz and just really focusing in on the middle area of the eyelid, really packing that color on. Then going back in with the color Chaos and the smaller side of the Urban Decay double-ended brush, we're going to just be focusing in on the outer corners of the bottom eyelash. Now using the same brush, I am just really packing that color Chaos on there. This is a really beautiful bright blue color and we want to make sure that shows. So just go in there and just kind of tap in over the areas where we already applied that blue. Now using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk, we're just going to be lining that lower lash line just in the center of the eye. Now dragging that color out a little bit towards the bottom, we want to go ahead and take a smaller brush and add a little bit of that glitz color to the middle of the bottom lash. Now using the Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus Waterproof Mascara, we're just going to apply this to the top and bottom lashes before we apply our falsies. Now for our lashes, we're going to be going in with the Eylure number 107. These are one of my favorite lashes. They're pretty simple to use and really give it that vintage look. Now using the Milani eyeliner pencil in the color blue, we're just going to be going right underneath that upper eyelash line. And then we're going to also go in on the bottom, just focusing in on the outer corners. Now going in with the Morphe B30 brush, we're not going to be applying any color to this. We're just really using this to kind of buff out any harsh edges that we might have at the top. Using our Morphe 350 palette, we're just going to be using this lightest shade here and just using that to highlight the brow bone. Taking a big powder brush and just brushing out any fallout we might have gotten. Moving on to foundation, we're going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the color Sun Beige 310. And just applying that with my favorite Aesthetics Beauty Blender and just really blending that out, giving it an airbrush look. We really want to make sure we blend this out all over, especially down the neck area. A lot of times we forget to do this, and this is a definite must because we want to make sure that foundation really blends out into our natural skin color. Now for contouring, we're going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser in the color Light. This is one of my favorites also to use for contouring. And I just kind of go in there and just start highlighting any of the areas where I know the sun would naturally hit my face. Going back in with my Aesthetica Beauty Sponge, we're just going to make sure we are dabbing that color into the skin and not swiping. We don't want to take it off, we want to push the color in. Now going in with the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer, we're going to be using this bronzer to contour the cheeks, top of the forehead, on the lower jawline, also the sides of the nose, and really make sure we are blending that in. I like to use my MAC oval brush. I think this is a great blush for contouring. It really just blends in that color nicely. For baking, we're going to be using the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in the color Translucent, and just using the beauty sponge and just tapping that in there, kind of letting it sit for maybe about 3 minutes, and then going in with a big powder brush and brushing that off. For blush, we're going to be using the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the color Luminoso, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques blush brush to apply that. To start off the highlight, we're going to be using the Gerard Cosmetics BB Plus Illumination Cream, and we're just going to dab a little bit of that on the cheekbones. Spritzing a little bit of my Slay All Day setting spray on my highlight brush, we're going to be going in with the Gerard Cosmetics Star Powders in the color Marilyn, and just really being generous with that highlighter. Just look at that fabulous glow that it gives you. This is one of my favorite highlighters. And then of course just adding a little bit to the brow bone, on the tip of the nose, to the bridge of the nose, and then also to our Cupid's bow. Almost forgot, I still have to contour the nose. I'm going to be doing this with the same bronzer that I use for the face and using a very small oval brush, going in there and just making sure to really blend that out nicely. Now moving on to the lips, we're going to be using the MAC lip pencil in the color Ruby Woo. This is one of my go-to reds whenever I want a nice bold red lip. Ruby Woo is one of the colors I definitely go for and I pick up first. Now we're going to be going over that with the Lime Crime Velveteens in the color Red Velvet. This is also one of my favorites. I know guys, I have a lot of favorites, but this color is definitely can compare to MAC's Ruby Woo. This has awesome lasting power, and it's really a bold, bright red. You gotta love it. And finishing off this look with Red Velvet really just tops off everything for our July 4th glam look. I really hope you guys like this look and enjoyed it. I know I did, and I will have some pictures at the end with some better lighting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys. And thanks for watching.